high desert and the great American Southwest. El Nino bound soon, by the way. Good morning, everybody. It is yet another Friday night, Saturday morning, or whatever date you happen to be listening to this or day, in whatever time zone, ranging from the Tahitian and Hawaiian Island chains in the west all the way east to volcano country. On Montserrat, though we're heard there, the U.S. Virgin Islands, south into South America, north all the way to the pole, and worldwide on the internet. This is Coast to Coast AM, and I am Art Bell. Good to be here. And it's going to be a very, very good night. Tell you all about it in a moment. The big news of the day, the Prez is going to have to face in trial Paula Jones in May 27th. That will be an interesting period of time, because you know what it is that Paula charges, that Mr. President Clinton did. There is a new Teamsters election ordered. It'll be Ron Kerry versus James Hoffa once again, but with the recent hard bargaining, and I'm going to be generous there on the part of Mr. Kerry, I would think Mr. Kerry would be a shoo-in. Burger King is not selling hamburgers. It seems that E. coli has crept into their suppliers' meat, and the entire plant's being closed. 25 million pounds of frozen hamburger patties. That's a lot of hamburger. And so Burger King is trying to talk people into eating fish and fish sandwiches and all kinds of, I guess, bacon sandwiches and whatever else they might have on hand. The Mir crew connected all the cables. One of the cosmonauts nearly losing pressurization in his suit, and he would have gone more or less. That's an implosion sound I was trying to make. But that didn't happen. They got it fixed, got the cables connected, and it will be some time whether they, to know whether they are going to be able to power back up or not. I wonder why they don't know. Can't somebody up there get out a voltmeter? Measure current draw, find out what it's doing? Guess not, so they'll wait. Now, before I get into what we're going to be doing tonight, let me inform you that Monday I have booked exactly the person I wanted to book. He is Dr. Charles Pike, who is a climatologist and particularly an expert on El Nino. And as you know, there is a monster of an El Nino building in the Pacific. As a matter of fact, when I talked with him earlier in the day, he said, Art, temperatures are anywhere between 5 and not 10, but 11 degrees up in the Pacific, and that does not bode well for us. He also will talk of an interesting connection between El Nino and volcanoes. And, of course, Montserrat, as you know, is threatening to go kaboom. Or continue to erupt in a fashion that will continue to disrupt the lives of those on Montserrat. So that basically covers what news there is and the show coming on Monday. I would like to remind everybody that up on the website right now there are several very, very interesting things for you to go and look at. My website address is www.artbell.com. Up there you will find a picture of a chupacabra, ? Who knows what it is? But you know what? Nobody's identified it yet. It's a fearsome-looking little thing. You will find a new crop circle, a new one at Alton Barnes, that is very much one like one at Silbury with a distinct, subtle, and fascinating differences. Go take a look. And then finally you will find, well, among many other things, the Rogue Market. I'm trying to encourage everybody to buy. Go to the Rogue Market, fill out their little forms, and you will get $10,000 to $15,000 in Rogue Market dollars. And by the way, you can win things, T-shirts, cups, that sort of thing, if your investments go well. And I'm trying to talk to people who are investing in me, and it apparently is working because we're certainly at the top of the heap and headed for the sky. So the time to get in and buy Art Bell stock is now. Buy. Anyway, that link is up on the website, so hop on over and buy some Art Bell stock, and you will do well. I can assure you I'm getting all these messages from saying, Art, I'm getting rich from your stock. So go buy as much as you can, as quick as you can. You'll see the link there. Buy some Art Bell stock. It's on the website. Now, coming in a moment is a heavy-duty dude. I'm going to read you the email that he sent me. Dear Mr. Bell, I am a professor of theoretical physics at City University of New York, where I've done research for the past 25 years. I am an establishment, he puts that in quotes, physicist, and hence, I suppose I'd be a bit skeptical about some of the material you present. I don't blame you, Doctor. I am too. However, professionally, I work on completing Einstein's unified field theory. Many of my textbooks are required reading for Ph.D. students at major universities around the world. My professional work takes me into 10-dimensional hyperspace, which is currently the most active area in theoretical physics. Oh my! Did you folks know that? 10 different dimensions in hyperspace? That's the most active area in theoretical physics. Maybe we're not so far off base after all, huh? I recently wrote a popular book on the subject called Hyperspace, a scientific odyssey through parallel universes, time warps, and the 10th dimension. That would be Oxford University Press and Anchor Books. To my surprise, it became a national bestseller. Anyway, a number of readers have written me asking me about the relationship between the paranormal, discussed here greatly in physics. Quite a few have mentioned your program. I also host a national science radio talk show called Explorations, where I explore the relationship between science and politics. We'll have to talk about that. Sending plutonium into outer space. Ah, yes, Cassini. Star Wars, new generations of nuclear weapons, fusion, life in outer space. And some of my listeners have also mentioned your program as well. What they have asked is whether the feats commonly associated with the paranormal, in other words, disappearing, rematerializing, reading sealed envelopes, escaping from vaults, time shifts, all of that could be explained by physics in principle. The answer is yes. All these feats would be child's play if one could access higher dimensions. However, I'm also very careful to point out the energy necessary to create wrinkles in time-space is 10 times, I think, greater than 19 billion electron volts, which is far beyond anything we can access on Earth, so perhaps intelligent life in outer space, a Type 2 or Type 3 civilization might have this kind of energy. I wonder what type we are. Anyway, if you are interested in doing a show and so forth, so yes, of course I'm interested. And one additional short note, so you know his background, Dr. Michio Kaku is a professor of theoretical physics at City University of New York, where he has done research for the past 25 years, a BA at Harvard University, 1968, Phi Beta Kappa, summa cum laude, and number one in his physics class. Ph.D., University of California at Berkeley Radiation Lab, 1972, research associate, Princeton University in 1973, a visiting professor, Institute for Advanced Study